Hey guys, how you doing? King's Drummer here, and I'm going to show you some vinyl I collected over the week or so. Quite a bit of stuff, so time to just jump into this mad. This is a really cool find. It's from the band Marillion, and it's a 4 LP set that's called Best Live. And these are just various live recordings recorded from the years 2003 through 2011 from Marillion, different locations around the world. 4 LP set in this really thin box, and I'll show you. It came with this little fold out here of live photography. There's the front of it, and the back is just, you know, a collection of various live photos. And this is the inside of the fold out. You know, again, just pics from Marillion in concert. And like I said, it's a 4 LP set. Here's what record 1 looks like in these really nice sleeves here. So this is record 1, and that's the photo in the back. Really nice. All these are on black vinyl, 180 gram. And as live recordings go, these sound excellent, absolutely excellent. Here's record 2, and some nice artwork on these, really packaged well. I love the photography on it. The song list is really nice. I think they're all, yeah, they all have these little custom star labels, so really cool. And the quality of the live recording is really good. Really good. It's a well done live recording. It really does put you in the arena. It's really nice. Here's record 3. Looks really great. Marillion's always such a spectacular live band. I don't know what these balls are, like giant rubber balls with confetti in them, but it looks cool. And you know, they're a great concert band, and they prove it on this record set. It's just, I was listening to it non-stop since it arrived, and it is amazing. Here's the final record, record 4. Nice shot of the stage here. I'll give you a closer look here. Very cool. Here's the back photo. Nice live shot of Marillion. Really cool stuff, and a great song list on here. I've always, like I said, I'm always impressed when I hear them live, and this collection was no exception. It delivers, and it delivers in a big way. I'll show you the song list. On here we have Invisible Man and You're Gone from the album Marbles. Next record has King, Hotel Hobbies, Warm Wet Circles, That Time of the Night. The next record has Essence, The Release, 3 Minute Boy, and This Strange Engine, which is a 17-minute song. And then the next record we have Satellite and Asylum Satellite. I'm sorry, Neverland and Asylum Satellite. And the next side we have This Train Is My Life, Out of This World, Somewhere Else. The next side we have Real Tears for Sale, Beautiful and Fantastic Place, and it ends with Hard as Love and Man of a Thousand Faces. Awesome, awesome collection. I'm gonna love this for the rest of my life. I mean, this is such a great collection to have. It's called Marillion Best Live, and man, I'm never gonna get tired of listening to this. Never. All right, next up we have from the band Incubus. This is Morning View. This is the re-releases that came out in, reissues, I mean, that came out on Record Store Day a few months back. So Morning View, there's the back of it. This is a spectacular album. There's the gatefold. There's just some archive pics and lyrics. I always love this one. The song Nice to Know You, Wish You Were Here, Just a Phase, Warning, Are You In? Just some of the songs that are just awesome on this album. I had it on CD for so many years. It is so nice to have the vinyl, and they do sound great. Oh, there's a custom label for it right here. This is the third Incubus album I have on vinyl. I don't know if I'm going to get Crow Left of the Murder or something. I think that's what it's called. I have that on CD. I didn't favor that album as much as this one, and Make Yourself in Science, so I may stop at this one, but who knows. If I could find it for under 20 bucks, maybe I might go for a few more Incubus albums, but I'm very happy to have this one. Next up is from the band Skid Row, and it is their debut, which is self-titled Skid Row. You know, when this album came out, I did like it. I loved Youth Gone Wild, I Will Remember You, and 18 Life were some of my favorite songs on here. And I really don't see this in vinyl out there very often, so I thought I'd just go for it. Came with the original insert, was just lyrics and credits, and it's on the Atlantic label. And you know, it just brings me back to memories of late 80s. I once saw Skid Row in concert, actually, when they opened for Van Halen, like in 1994. The band was pretty much done by then. I think it was it might have been the last time they toured. But Sebastian Bach, that man is all energy. He got the crowd just going. And I got good memories of the songs on this album, so I was happy to find it. Like I said, I don't see it out there very often. So it was a cool score, so real happy to have this. Yeah, Skid Row is now in my collection. Very cool. Next up is Chick Corea, Return to Forever. And this looks to be a very good copy. I've seen this out there before, and I usually see it pretty beat up. So I saw this, and it looks to be in very, very good shape. And it is on the ECM label. Derek did a video of ECM label records not too long ago. Got me thinking about this album again, so I decided to give it another look. Found it, but this time I found a good quality copy. Like I said, normally I see this and it's just beat up to hell. This one looks to be in very good shape, so very nice addition to the vinyl collection. Okay, get back to some rock albums here. This is from a band which just went as HSAS. And it was a band formed in the early 80s that featured, Tommy Shaw, not Tommy Shaw, Neil Schon, Neil Schon and Sammy Hagar. And there we go. And I remember hearing a lot of this album, being a Northern California native, this got a lot of play in my area. I do remember this album vaguely. Don't really remember too many songs. I just remember it was a good rockin' album. So, and this is another one of those records I don't see out there very often. So, pretty cool. And you got Neil Schon and you got Sammy Hagar in the same band. It's at least worth a listen, at least. And it is on Geffen, so pretty cool. So I thought I was actually going to get VOA, but I thought this would be a little bit more interesting than VOA. I've heard I Can't Drive 55 and Two Sides of Love a million times, but I don't come across this too often, so I thought that would be a better score. And just to finish out the Boston collection, got a couple of Boston albums. The first one is Don't Look Back. Again, lucky to find this in pretty good shape, actually damn good shape. Usually you find it's all beat up, or the colors on the cover are all faded and the vinyl's all beat to hell. But this appears to be in very good shape. The jacket, it looks almost new. And the vinyl is very, very clean on the Epic label. Yeah, that way. So really nice. And I love that song, Don't Look Back. One of my favorite Boston songs, so nice to have this one, as well as Boston's Third Stage. Again, jacket in great shape. No one wrote their name on it, their initials on it, or any crap like that. It's a good, clean used copy. Good, clean, used copy. Nice little picture there. So, Third Stage. That pretty much, you know, I have, like everybody else, I have Boston's first album, and that one's so great, even has the original insert with it. You know, big fan of the first record, like everybody else, so thought I'd just finish them off and get their other 2 records. So, and I believe that's all. I mean, I'm not the hugest Boston fan, just like the first album. I believe that's all they put out, unless I'm wrong, unless I want to look for bootlegs, but I believe that's all they had. And, you know, these next 2 records, I always meant to get into REO Speedwagon, and today was the day. So I got In High Fidelity, which is considered the sellout record, because it was all FM rock oriented material, but I gotta admit, I liked it. They're catchy songs, they're fun to listen to. So what the hell? And this is also on the Epic label. Came with the original insert, which just fell out of the box here. There we go. And I remember my brother saw them in concert when they came to Northern California during the 80s, and I remember I wanted to go. My parents thought I was too young, and I was pissed, and he came back and told me all the stories about REO Speedwagon and Huey Lewis, because they were all on the same show. Man, I wish I had gone. And I also got Wheels of Turning from the same band. Again, this is during the sellout 80s period, all FM rock. But there's one song on here that I really do love, which is called One Lonely Night. I always did like that song, love the video too. And again, the original insert. And actually this should be on Epic as well. Yep, on the Epic label. Vinyl's clean, original insert, cover's in good shape. What more do you want? And even though it's sellout rock, I will love the music anyway. So that's it for the 12-inch records. When I went to my local store, someone had just turned in a bunch of 45s. And normally you think someone's turning a lot of 45s, this is going to be junk, but they actually had a box full of 45s of 80s records. I couldn't afford to get everything, so I got a small stack here. Most of them, and I'll try to blaze through these. A lot of these are from the Pretenders, for the song Day After Day from the Pretenders. And that is a nice cover there. There's the back cover as well. In the Sticks is the song on the B-side, and it's on the Real Records label, which is a label I've never heard of. But I don't ever see that this 45 out there ever. So this is something I felt I had to get, and I am a big fan of the Pretenders. I love their music. Also from the same band, the song I Go to Sleep. And this is from their second album. And again, just like the last one I just showed, it's on the Real Records label. And it's a single I never see out there, so had to do it. This one's pretty common, but I do love this song. It's the song Brass in Pocket. And on the B-side we have Swinging London and Nervous But Shy. This is not on Real Records. There's a custom label right there. And in the back, of course, we have the names of the songs. So, pretty cool. And this looks to be an import, but I'm not sure from where. So I'm thinking it's a UK import, most likely, for the song Message of Love and Porcelain from the Pretenders. So really cool. I think this one's a Real Records label. No, it doesn't appear to be, but pretty nice anyway. And I never see this out there, so why not jump on the chance? This is a Japanese import for the song Cuban Slide from the Pretenders. And the back is just a generic label or insert. And I can't remember what the B-side was on this. Oh, Stop Your Sobbing was the B-side, and Cuban Slide on the Real Records label. Okay, so that covers all the Pretenders 45s. This one is from Elton John and John Lennon, and the only The only title on this is the date it took place, which was November 28th, 1974, which was a concert Elton John was given in New York, Madison Square Garden, and for the final 3 songs of the evening, he was joined on stage by John Lennon. And this 45 captures the 3 songs Lennon did with Elton John back in '74. And those songs are I Saw Her Standing There, Whatever Gets You Through the Night, and Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. And it has a little custom label as well. Get it right side up here for you. I saw that and I thought, man, that is just too interesting to ignore. So, and it just gives the date, which was Thanksgiving back in 1974. And how great would it have been to be in that audience? You're there to see Elton John, just that enough is cool. But then, for the final 3 songs of the evening, and John Lennon walks on there with his guitar and starts jamming with them for 3 songs. How about that? I mean, that must have been something else. So, real glad to at least score the vinyl of that. When I first picked this up, I thought it was going to be from Susie and the Banshees. It just says Susie, and the song is Into a Swan from Susie, not Susie and the Banshees, just Susie. I guess evidently she must have put out a solo record or something. I'm not sure what the case is here, but it is on the Decca label. So there we go. So Into a Swan, and the B-side is Intro to Into a Swan. So pretty cool. I thought, you know, this is a promotional copy, and just thought it was pretty cool packaging. Never heard the song before, so and I haven't spun it yet, so it just looked like something very interesting, so I went ahead and snatched it up. This next one's from Paul McCartney, live version of the song Coming Up. Really cool. On the B-side is Lunchbox and Odd Socks. Very nice. It's a live recording, and it is on the Columbia label. So, always love that song. Not much. I mean, McCartney. I'm not a big McCartney fan, but he is a fantastic songwriter, obviously. So, and I always did love that song. So, really cool to score that. And yeah, you can tell I'm an 80s fan. From Prince and the Revolution, Another Lover, Hole in the Head, A Hole in Your Head, and the B-side is Boys and Girls. I still remember, I never did like that movie, Under a Cherry Moon. Thought it was just a strange movie, but some good music from it though. So, and I always did dig this song, so pretty cool to have that. And this one's from Genesis, It's Land of Confusion. The biggest reason I got this was for the B-side. The B-side is a song called Feeding the Fire, which I really love, and I only have CD copies of that song. It was written during the sessions that appeared on the Invisible Touch album, and this is a song that got left off the Invisible Touch record. I mean, yeah, Invisible Touch record, and I really wish it had, because it's my one of my favorites, and it's on the Black Atlantic label. Yeah, the song was called Feeding the Fire. This is a fantastic song. I wish it had appeared on the Invisible Touch album, but they left it off. But nice to have a vinyl copy of that song, so I love that tune. This one's from Paul Simon, You Can Call Me Al. Always did love that song. Cool tune. Not a Paul Simon fan at all, but more or less just a fan of that song. It's on the Warner Brothers label. Pretty cool. And 2 45s from the band, The Power Station. Why not? So this is for the song Get It On. And it has custom labels, as you can see here. The B-side is Go to Zero, which is a great song from that album. And the next up is a song called Communication. I just love that picture, real sexy. So why not, right? And the song Communication is really fucking awesome. And the B-side is just a remix of the song. No, actually the B-side is a song called Murderous, which is also from that debut album from the Power Station. Really cool stuff. Well, that's going to do it for King and my big stack of 45s, which it seemed like it took eternity to get through. This has been a busy weekend for me. It's Sunday evening as I'm sitting here filming this for you. My band did back-to-back shows on Friday and Saturday in the Modesto region, and man, we killed it both nights. We killed it both nights and got great reviews at both shows. I mean, the first show, the crowd was kind of an after-dinner crowd. It seemed like, even though it was late at night, they had that after-dinner vibe. They're just barely, they weren't very alive, but the show was over. They all gave us compliments and came up to us. So obviously they liked us. They're just not a very energetic crowd. The energetic crowd came late Saturday night, the following day, and boy, we probably gave one of the best sets of our lives. It was, what a show it was on Saturday. Great turnout, great feedback from everyone who watched us. Some local people from the local press was there, and some underground musician magazines, some writers for those were there and really loved what they heard and wanted a CD and said they were going to write up a story about us. So real exciting stuff like that happened over this weekend. And now it's Sunday and I'm just exhausted. I just went vinyl digging and just sort of kicked my feet up. Just an exhausting weekend, but a good one at that. Well, this video is going too long anyway, so I'll have to end it here. Hope everyone's doing well, and I will see you at the next video.